What if life didn't have to be so serious all the time? What if your days didn't have to revolve around optimizing your life, maximizing productivity, obsessing over goals, and proving that you're a worthy, commendable person? What if exploration was your ultimate goal in life? Living a whimsical, enchanted life doesn't mean shirking all responsibilities or floating through the world without intention. But it means choosing to see life as something to experience, not just manage. It's about prioritizing joy, curiosity, beauty, and connection. Owning that these types of things are the main purpose of your life, and everything else you strive for should be in service of them. So what are the benefits of living this way? First, it makes life feel lighter. You stop carrying around the weight of needing to prove yourself all the time. You're not just measuring your life in checkboxes and output, so you have space to breathe. Your nervous system starts to calm down, and you start noticing more of the little things, like the smell of fresh air coming through your window in the morning, or the glowing emerald of the leaves on your evening walk. Conversations start to feel richer. Meals taste better. Taking action isn't something you dread anymore. But most of all, you notice the freedom and relief that comes from knowing that you already are enough, you have enough, you've done enough. You release your grip and everything starts falling into place. Second, it frees you from perfectionism. Whimsy has nothing to do with perfection. It doesn't care if you do it right. It doesn't require immaculate skills, an airtight strategy, or a flawless morning routine to get started. It just needs room to play. And when you let yourself play, without constant analysis, you open the door to creativity, new ideas, motivation, and joys that you didn't expect. Curiosity starts to grow as soon as you start learning about something. And the more you learn, the more you'll want to know. That's just how our minds work when we discover new things. So ironically, when it comes to achieving goals, you may be more likely to achieve them if you take that pressure off yourself to perform. Instead, when you see pursuing your goals as exploring and experimenting, you'll be more likely to give it a shot and keep coming back for more. Because when you're enjoying yourself, you're getting in touch with what made you want to do it in the first place. Third, it helps you reconnect with your true desires. When you're not stuck in shoulds, you get to ask, what do I actually want? Maybe it's to spend more time outside, or go down a research rabbit hole about one of your interests, or check out that local coffee shop you keep passing by. Maybe head to the library to pick out some new books. Maybe join a mediocre community theater program. Maybe try cooking a tasty-looking recipe, or my favorite hack, tell ChatGPT what ingredients you have in your house and ask it to make you a recipe from those. Or maybe just rest for a bit, knowing that eventually, when you're ready, you'll get bored of resting and want to do something more active. By the way, we all have potential to enjoy both action and rest. Whatever the unique balance is that makes you feel most fulfilled, know that it's okay. It's a great way to live, in fact. Fourth, and maybe most importantly, it makes you kinder. Because when you're not rushing, when you're not stuck in comparison, and you're enjoying life in your own way, you naturally become more gentle and authentic with yourself and other people. You realize everyone's just doing their best, and instead of needing to compete, you start wanting to connect. You feel lucky to witness other people, to stand in awe of the complexity of their whole being. You also get more comfortable expressing yourself, of playing in conversation. You realize the goal of social interaction is really just to experience the world and each other and process things together. Look, I'm a big fan of self-improvement too. Your life is your great creative project, and yourself is, well, it's an important part of your life. But sometimes we can fall into this trap of over-focusing on our identities and setting these egocentric goals, forgetting to be present and forgetting that we're just a small part of this big, beautiful world. Think back to when you were a child. Maybe you were more confident, but I bet you didn't think about yourself as much. At least not in the abstract way of identity, like how you fit into the world, what you were supposed to do, who you were supposed to be, and how things were supposed to go to make it worth your time to even try them. You were just motivated to do things that were fun as often as you could. And because of that, you weren't limited to what your thing was or what you were already good at. So just remember, the ultimate goal of improving anything, including yourself and your life, is because it's enjoyable. It'll either bring you more enjoyment in the future or the process is enjoyable. Ideally both. And I'm not talking about cheap dopamine and instant gratification. I'm talking about joy in the deeper sense. Things like expanding your mind, connecting with others, nourishing your creativity, appreciating something beautiful, creating more time to do what you want, or healing your emotional wounds. Thank you so much for watching my first video ever on this channel. If you want to hear more ponderings about living a whimsical, enchanting, lighthearted life, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I've always had a passion for self-improvement and goal setting, but also spirituality and teachings like Buddhism and Taoism that tend to focus more on things like acceptance and gratitude and appreciating what already is, letting go of control. And I want to explore what the right balance is between those two ways of being, for myself and other people like me. I hope it inspires others to realize it's okay if your biggest goal isn't the most defined, but basically to have a full, appreciated life. I hope you have a whimsical day. Bye now.